Well, hello, welcome back. I have got this classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the early 90s, possibly. It's seen better days, water damaged. I think I paid about £10 for it. Well, it said water damaged on the description on eBay, but as you can see, this is peeling off. However, I want to keep this intact, so I don't know. Now we put double-sided tape down here just to stick it back down and try and keep this as good as, well, try and keep this area nice. Everything looks okay on the outside. However, what's it going to look like in the inside? First off, let's check the battery terminals. They look reasonably good, no corrosion. Oh, there is actually. Just, I don't know if you can see that. Just in here at the bottom. But what we can do is we can take this off. We'll have a wee look inside. So let's do that. So it has 5 small star screws. It's off nice and easy because this is at least 30 years old maybe. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, we have corrosion. I don't know if you can see that right at the bottom. I'll bring you up. Yeah, screen. Say the screen's seen better days maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if you could clean that. No. But we'll test it. We'll put this back on there like that. In fact, we'll take that off. I think that's a digitalizer, or whatever it's called. Put that there. I think what we'll do is we shall take a speaker. Don't really want to. I think we'll get it underneath the microscope and we'll have a proper dig out. Sit like this, like this. And then we'll get the microscope out. My main concern is this bit. This little bit here. As you can see, there is an awful lot of corrosion. Just have a wee poke about. What we'll do is we'll give this a clean with some, let me see if I can see this, IPA. I think we'll use this bad boy. Let's just do some continuity testing, and this time you'll be able to hear it beep. Right, hopefully you can see that. Let's just check. Happy days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this to here, doing that. Oh, yep, but to here, nothing. Yep, but nothing on this spring. What about here? Yep. To here. What I think I'm going to do is take these two off and give them a good clean. If I can, I'll change this spring with one of these ones. See, I don't know if I could put that, no, see that's smaller, so let's see. What I'll try first though is I'll put these buttons on here. So that's this power on button. We'll do 3 volts. So we can clip that there, put that there, and see if anything happens. No. Going down to 1.9 volts and 0.07 amps draw. So I think something is shorted somewhere. Let's just test these resistors at the back while I'm waiting on my gun heating up. Let's see what's this. .6 ohms. What's this one? 230 in rising. 500. That tracer looks broke. There's no like SMD capacitors and that on this. Anyway, let's try and take these off. Ouch, my knee. So we need a little bit of flux. Zoom you in. Not zooming it. For this to drop out maybe. Come on. There we go. That's one off. Two off. So I am not an expert on this wick, so bear with me. I'll put the flux on here. This is when I usually make a mistake. Bring it round. I tell you what, I've actually done a better job than I thought I was going to. Yep, there's one done. And then the second one. Yep, that one wasn't as good. Got another piece. What gives me the fear, because it can stick to the board and cause loads of problems, and that's when you start pulling. Your fires out, and that's big problems. That's when big problems arise. I would say that's clean. Yeah. Gone away. Flux. Flux. Clean. Rid of all this mess. Yuck. Right, look at this wire here. I think that's probably seen better days. But we'll test that from, look, that trace looks like it's gone. Or via, however you want to call it. Same with these ones. But it's hard to tell. I'll just need to try and this might be goosed. See what? Right, let's get the multimeter onto continuity. Let's test some points. So this bit here, I'll do from here to here. Oh, that's good. That is My big worry there was that all these traces were goosed, but it seems okay. Let's have a wee quick gander at this. You can see the corrosion. What I can do is probably take this out somehow. Easy peasy. So let's take this out. Try to be as careful as possible. Oh, I might have a better idea. I might try and screw it out. Right, we'll come back to it in a little bit. But what I can do is I'll put them in here. Let them soak, give them a clean later. Right, now that I've cleaned them up a wee bit, let's see if by putting in my injecting 3 volts let's see if they're making this still drawing 1.7 volts. Taking 1.7 volts. 1.7 volts. 1.7 volts. And 0.6 volts. 0.6. 1.7. Oh, that's millivolts, sorry. So that one was 0.6 volts, 1.7 volts. Right, I want to flip this over. So I removed the screen to look at the pins underneath, and they look good apart from possibly that end one. And these two at the other end. So let's see. I don't think that'd be causing the power something to drain the power away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a wee clean, but this time I'm just going to use my cotton bud. Just a wee cotton bud because I don't want to damage it. So it's sitting at 3 volts now. Obviously we can't see if anything's lighting up, but hopefully the speaker works. So I switched it on, and it went straight to 1.7 volts. Just do a reset. So it's sitting at 3. Reset button. Right, let's try and put this screen back on. Like that, I presume. Let's give this a clean. but I'm not going to use it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some batteries.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons to support the channel and future fixes!